Hi, Upper Dublin, Mrs. DePaul. Today, for our library lesson, we're going to be exploring poetry and poems. Poetry's hard for some people. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to kind of wrap my mind around reading poems. Poems help connect words, ideas with your feelings. Sometimes poems are based on nature. A lot of time poems could be free form, and some poems are very, very specific. We are going to be watching a Brain Pop Junior video today. In that video, you're going to learn about 4 or 5 specific types of poems. And then after the Brain Pop video, you're going to be challenged to write a poem of your own. For today, though, I'm going to read a book called You Read to Me, I'll Read to You. It's not really a poetry book, but it has a really great rhythm to it. All of the little stories inside are like little poems. Poems are made up of lines, and poems are made up of stanzas. And the lines themselves tell what the poem is about. And then the stanzas sometimes repeat. It almost like reminds you of songs. When you sing your favorite song, when you hear a new song, you hear a rhythm to it. It might have a theme to it that you really like. That's what poetry is. We're going to read a little story in I'll Read to Me, You Read to Me, I'll Read to You. This is a book by Marianne Hoberman, and the pictures are by Michael Emberley. And I'd just like to give a little shout out to Little Brown and Company. They're the publishers who have given teachers all around the world permission to read their books. And this book has tons of great fables that are set up as little poems and stanzas and lines that you can read. I'm going to only read one because I really do want you to concentrate on the lesson of different types of poems in the Brain Pop video. So we're going to read this one. We're going to read The Hare and the Tortoise. And as you know, in my introduction, I introduced you to Bumper, which is why I'm picking this one, The Hare and the Tortoise. The Hare and the Tortoise. I'm a tortoise. I'm a hare. You're a slowpoke. I don't care. You don't care that you're slow? I get where I want to go. I get places really fast. If we raced, you'd come in last. Come in last? I'd lose to you? That is silly. But it's true. Well, I dare you. Shall we race? Fine with me. You choose the place. We'll start from here, my slowpoke friend. The river bridge is where we'll end. That's fine with me, my haughty hare. When you arrive, you'll find me there. Off I go. Just watch my speed. I must be miles into the lead. 1 foot, 2 feet, 3 feet, 4. Keep on going, not much more. Tortoise is so slow a chap. I'll just take a little nap. Look at Hare. He's fast asleep. I'll slip by without a peep. Oh dear, I fear that something's wrong. I bet I slept a bit too long. Here comes Hare. He's drawing near, but I don't care since I am here. How can this be? It can't be true. I am much speedier than you. I know you are, my silly friend, but still I beat you in the end. There is a moral to this story, The Tortoise and the Hare. Many of you are probably familiar with it. The moral is just to keep an even pace. Slow and steady wins the race. And I think it's a great idea to keep in mind too for all of us. Slow and steady really does win the race. So this book that is meant to be actually shared with a friend, You Read to Me, I'll Read to You. I just shared it with you myself today. It rhymes, and that's one of the biggest elements in poetry is to rhyme. I'll be reading some more books to you in the future. But thank you for paying such great attention to the hare and the tortoise today. As we continue with our lessons, you're going to be logging in to BrainPop through your Clever account. And you're going to be choosing about a 5-minute video lesson called Poems. And you'll be learning about what poetry is and different types of poems that you can write. After the video is over, you have some choices. You can try some of the little activities on BrainPop. There's a quiz. You could draw. You could make a puzzle. So there's a lot of activities there. Or you can on your own go and try to do a puzzle. Poem, not a puzzle. You can do a puzzle. You can do a puzzle later, but I want you to do a poem. And you have a lot of choices like an acrostic or a haiku or even a free verse. But your job right now is to go right onto BrainPop and make sure that if you are reading BrainPop with a parent, or a guardian, or even an older brother or sister, that you get there and you get there at some point. Again, thank you very much for listening and checking in with us in library class. I'm so happy to be able to see you, and hopefully someday we'll be meeting each other, all of us in all the different grade schools. But for right now, go ahead and check out BrainPop.